just we are going to recap what actually we learned as of now. Okay. Uh, okay, there are important topics and very basic one. If you not answer basic here, it is considered you are not aware of basics. Okay, everybody knows this. Okay, now I told you like there are two parts in SAP security. One is user administration and role administration, and the levels of where we maintain, in which level we are going to maintain user administration. The OS level, operating system level, DB level, database level, and application level. And we are, and as a SAP we are working in application level. Okay, and you know very well like what you mean by T code, transaction code, right? Whenever we are,
Yeah,
here, whenever we are going to put some T code like SU01.
it's combination of
Yeah,
tables,
yeah, it took.
so it fits some values. Yeah.
Sorry, Anil.
So it will fetch some values as per the tables, some
No,
basic state of the rules, informations.
no tables, no table information.
So,
See, suppose example, I want to perform any specific activity like VA01. VA01 is to create a sales order. So I need to see,
mhm.
there are many ways are there. I can go and see the, I can use the T code, and even I can use the path. So what I can do here, slash n VA01, if I use this, it is taking me to that particular function or feature where I can create the sales order.
Yeah, yeah,
So
functions.
yeah, that is called T code. We are using T code as well as path, but by using the path, it will take a lot of time. To save a time, we need to remember the T codes. So here we are going to, I am going to explain about, okay, to perform certain activities in SAP, we need to give command in the form of transition code. For example, see, if I want to perform user maintenance, so what I will do, I'll SU0 I'll put. Okay, to create client, client means in the sense like here, suppose if I want to click here, now here you can see the client, right? This client will be created by who? Basis people, basis consultant.
Yeah.
They will create the client. So how they will create client? They are using SSC4. Okay, if I want to know the process, like the process in the, let's see, in Windows we have like kind of services, like, did you see, like if I run any command here, so if I go to services dot msc, so I can find there are multiple services are running behind that, this one. Okay, these are the services of Windows. See here, these are the services running behind. So like that, if I want to see the process, I can go for SM50. These are the transition code. Okay, but you are not using this one. Okay, don't worry about this one. Okay, I'm just telling
Mhm,
about the transaction code. Okay, now
mhm.
see, there are two types of transition code. One is a standard transition code. The standard transition code is in the sense like it is provided by SAP company itself. Like for example, see, when we install SAP software, so okay, we are getting these T codes from the SAP itself. For example, as I
Mhm,
told you, like SU01. Okay, I'll just close this one. Okay,
mhm.
okay, if I go here, let's see, FESU01, here you can see VS01. These are the T codes provided by who? These are the T codes provided by SAP only. Okay,
Yeah.
but see, sometime what happen, we need a custom T code. The client need a custom T code. Okay, so ABAP creating the
Mhm,
custom T code based on client requirement. For example, see, I want to pull any one report. I want to report any. I want to pull any report. That is
mhm.
SAP standard is not not providing that T code, or not providing that screen. So what I will do, I'll create a custom T code. How I will create a custom T code? See, always a custom T code start from the Z. Remember, or Y. For example, see, if I want to create a T code for sales report, I can use a
Mhm.
sales REP, like that. Okay, or I can see sales only, this one, yes, YSRP, otherwise SRP, like that, ZSRP. But usually we are using Z only, not Y, but we can use this. What SAP tell us, okay, if you are creating any customized T codes, okay, if you are going to create, okay, use always Z or Y. It is a recommended by SAP only. We cannot use other alphabetics. Okay, by seeing the Z only, I can understand this is a customized T code. I can easily understand. If the T code start from Y, like FRB, something like that, so I can see, okay, this is customized T code. Okay, so that's the reason always recommended, because see the T code which the standard T code, remember this one point, very important point, the standard T code which the SAP is giving to us, that is from A to Z. Okay, that is A to Z, but he is not using Z, or he is not using, sorry, he is not using YZ. Okay, so he is using till X, he is not using YZ. So what is the T code he is maintaining as a standard one, he is maintaining from alphabet A to X. So this YZ is always for, you need to use this one for customization T codes. Okay, so if I want any kind of the new screen I want to get a T code, so what I will do, what is my requirement, what the fields and field values I need to put. Okay, so I will tell to the with the help of the functional consultant, we will create a T code, for example that ABC, something like that. Then we give this T code to the user. This is called customization T code. Okay, so the T codes which start from Z or Y are custom T codes, remember this one. Now see, you know very well, this is the logon pad, we are using SAP logger. So okay, whenever we log on, you can see one screen here, this logon pad. Okay, in our lab I can see this is our ECC and this is GRC, but in real time, like we can see, for example I'll show you here, I'll just take this screen, I'll show you. Okay, for example, see, this is your logon pad, right? So for example, see, if I am doing if I'm supporting for Cisco client, for example, so you can see like Cisco development, you can see like a Cisco QA, you can say Cisco UAT. Okay, then you can see Cisco production. Okay, PRD. Okay, these are this one you can see. But in when I was working in entity data in High Tech City, Hyderabad, so I have seen, they assigned me a lot of clients, depend upon like again project. So I can see like example, even I have seen MTR development, MTR production, like that. So like that, see, MTR development, many client I can see. PR, this is PRD, another is like this is QA. Okay, again one more client, for example Sifco. Okay, this is our client again, Sifco USA. So again development, like that. Okay, like that, there are many client I can see in the login pad, but I can log into those those client from which I'm having access. I cannot log into every this thing. Okay, every server or every client I cannot log in. Got this point, Anil?
Yeah,
Okay, this
yeah,
is
I
this
got.
yeah, this is because see, in the real time you will see this one. So don't, whenever you see this kind of thing, don't panic, just assume. See here, you can see R2P is a project, a shortcut name of project, R2P. Okay, BI production, and C3P, that is ECC production, and R2Q means like BI QA. This is a quality, or you can say testing. So this is also ECC testing. This is CEQ. R2D, that is BI development. Okay, this is QA and development. So production, this is production. So here like that you will see in the real time. Okay, now you know very well that this is a client, this is a client, this is your
Partition.
user. Then this is what, welcome to IDS. This is in international demonstration education system provided by SAP. So you can practice and you can do some R&D here. Okay, even see this system now, for example, see, I told you they have like different servers like development, quality, testing, right? They also, even I have seen that they also they in their environment they also developed a IDS server also. IDS server also, because see, if I want anything, like want to see how exactly it work, I can see, I can do some R&D here. Okay, I can do some R&D here. So that's the reason they also included with the development and with your quality. Okay, and with your production PRD, you can see, they can also added that. Okay, they will they are all are integrated, but also they added, this is your one more environment, so your one more work environment. They are also going to put this IDS, so that you can do some R&D, they see whether the things are working fine or not. You can see the some, you have to log in this one, because you have admin access, and you can see whether the program name, how the coding is, they done this in the standard, everything you can see to refer as a reference or to practice kind of thing. Okay, now, okay, I'll just a moment. Now I'll go to, okay. Now again, what happened? This is one more screen. We have already seen. So I told you like how many sessions we can open. There are six, six session I can open. But if I open seven session, what system prompt and give? Okay, you are reached maximum screens, right? So like that. And what is the number one? Here you can put here you can put your T codes. Okay, in number one, this one is a transition code you are going to put. This is for save. If you do any configuration, you need to save the document. So you can see the floppy kind of, earlier we are using floppy, right? So this is a icon. If you want to go back, you can use this one. If you want to log off, you can use log off. If you want to cancel the transaction or cancel the screen, you can do that. This is for printer. This is to search anything else. Like if you want anything to search, you can search. This is up and down kind of thing. Up on the arrow we are using in the laptop or system, those things. And this is ninth one is very important. This is for new session. Okay, if I want to I want a new session, I can click on that, I can open the new session. But only 6 session I can open. 7 session, if I open 7 session, system will give you are exceeding the session. Okay, now what is the T code to create a user in SAP system? So we know very well, we are creating SU01, right? User maintenance. Okay, we are accessing or using this T code daily. So I told you like some 30 to 40 times. That is exactly the times we are using. But here minimum they put like 10 to 15 times. But it's not 10 to 15 times. Minimum 30 to 40 times. Every day we are using SU01. So whenever you are, that's why I ask you like, did you gone through SU01? Because daily 30 to 40 times you are seeing this screen. So you should know, no, everything should be copied in your mind. What are the fields are there, what are the tables are there, in which table what fields are there, in which table which is the mandatory fields are there, everything you should know, right? Okay, so that's the reason, please go through SU01, because we go through SU01. Now
Yeah.
in one if one showing 3 years of experience, so okay, this is like some examples I'm giving to my students. Like for example, see, in 10 times per day, if you are using 10 times per day this screen, so 220 per month, 2640 per year. So if you are showing 3 years of experience, so you already seen SU01 screen in 7920 times. Okay, so that's the reason you should remember all the fields, all the tables, all the records, all the fields and values. So okay, what activities you can perform from SU01? Did you remember, Anil? What are the things like we performed already, and what are the, I show you, right? SU01. What are the activities we can perform from
Yeah.
SU01? Mm-hmm.
So we need to provide that information, the address and the from and to date.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Also different types of tabs
Mm-hmm.
like address. Yeah.
No, no,
Those generally
no, no,
employee related.
no, no. I mean to say, suppose if I'm going to SU01, if I'm going to put SU01, what activities I can perform? What are the activities? Okay, now you will recall.
Uh,
Now you can recall. I'll show you on screen. Now you can recall. Okay, you can create a new user, right? So these are the
yeah.
activities, right? You can create a new user. Okay, you can change or modification you can do. Okay, then you can display. Only display purpose you can use. So you can delete the user, but normally we don't delete the
Yeah.
user because we don't want to delete the user from the database. Then copy the user. So we are going to create Anil, Sunil with the reference to the Anil. Okay, then we can copy all the things. Okay, they will ask one question whenever you are going to do copy. Which is the field you cannot copy? I mean, you can copy, but whenever you are going to trigger or initialization to copy, to create a user, one data is not going to copy. What is that? I mean, that is not, that is unchecked. It show
Mhm.
which one? Remember?
One is like sometimes it's address
Yes,
and
exactly,
maybe
exactly.
department. Yeah.
No, no, only address. See, if I'm going to copy here, I want to use an example like SU Sunil G. Okay, I'm going to create, and I'm going to copy this from which, from Anil. Sorry, from Anil G to Sunil G. I'm going to copy. See, whenever I'm initializing this one, so address is not checked. Address is not, I cannot copy because the every user is having different address. Might be, see, my default data roles everything will be same, but my address and your address will be different, right? That's the reason it is not check. But see, if you find the Anil and Sunil having the same address, you can check. But whenever you're initializing, it will not, it is unchecked every time. Okay, see, this kind of questions they will ask. See, one more thing, Anil, I have experience, like when I was giving interview in Accenture. Even even I worked in Accenture also. So they there is one methodology they are using when they are asking question. Okay, so in SAP only, I'm talking about only SAP technology, okay, not other. So what happened is, see, there is a procedure they are following. I want to share this one that help you a lot, especially if you're going to the any interview. Okay, see what we are doing. There are like basic things are there. Now I told you the interview question, that is address one, that is a basic thing. Okay, so what they are doing in Accenture, they are asking, they are starting the question from basics. They are asking basic questions. Okay, so suppose if you are providing answer at least like around from 80 to, no, not 80, 90%. If you are giving 90% to 100% question answer to that their question, then he will ask some medium kind of thing, some medium, some tough, not that much medium, range questions he will ask. Okay, he will ask. Suppose if again you are doing the same thing, like if you are giving answer 80 to 90%, now he will start to ask some tough questions. Okay, so that is, for example, how many experience you are going to show, like example 3 years, 3+ years or 5+ years, they will start. Okay, suppose example the candidate is fail here, the candidates fail here, he will never ask this question, medium question, he never asks this question. I have seen in my life, in Accenture I have seen this. Okay, they never ask. For example, see, even if you answer this one, you answered basic one, but the basic one you answered, but medium you not answered, this one you not answered. Okay, now this one you not answered, just assume. Now he will not ask tough questions. So that's the reason, what I mean to say, don't ignore fundamentals. Don't ignore this one. The basics are very important. See, if you know basics, you can go for pro, you can become pro, and from the pro you can become advanced, you can reach to advanced. But if you don't know, see, this is a ladder, it's a kind of a ladder. So this is the basic, this is your basic, and this is the ladder, and one more ladder is, this is your pro, and then you can become expert or advanced, you can go. See, if you are not going to this ladder, if you are not giving importance of this ladder, then don't expect you are going here. So always see everything, whenever you are going to screen by screen, you don't think, okay, he will not ask this one, because see, he will not write down and come, he will not write down and come. See, suppose if he asks, okay, what activities he can perform, then he will ask this question. Just assume how many questions he can ask. He can ask one more question. What question?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to copy the user, I told you no. So which one is, whenever I'm initializing or initiating the copying the user from one user to one user, which data is not copying? Okay, then you told, okay, address book. Okay, can I still, if it is unchecked, can I still copy the address? Yes, we can. The system allowing you, right? Okay, now again he will ask, can I delete user? Okay, if yes, why?
No.
If no, why? He will ask this question. See, if can I delete user?
No.
If I say yes, okay, why? If I say no, they will ask why. Then you should ready. See how many questions he can ask from here. Okay, we not covered lock and unlock till now. We not covered this one, but how many questions he'll ask. So that's the reason, whenever you are reading any concept, go through all the aspects and see how many questions he can create from here. So don't ignore the basics, don't ignore, please. Okay, now I'll go to next this thing, just a moment. Okay, now what is the process to create user in SAP? Okay, last time you are asking, right? Okay, now I want to create one user. What is the process to create a user in SAP system? See what procedure or what strategy you follow to create user in SAP. See, this is the interview question again. They will ask you, what is the process to create user in system? and what or else like he will ask you like what procedure or what strategies you follow to create user in SAP system. So this is the question you yesterday you asked. Okay, now this is the the hierarchy they are using. For example, see what happened first. I will show you SAP access form. I will show you. Okay, see what happened. SAP access form. Who will fill when he joining? He will fill this form. The user fill the form. For example, see, suppose see I am joining the company or you are joining the company. When you selected, you are going to fill this form, SAP access form. Okay, so this form will come to your manager. Now manager approve, then it come to your role manager or role owner. Then it will come to the security team. So security team will what will do? They will create the user in SU01 by using all the address and everything, department, everything. Got my point?
Yeah.
This is the process. I will show you SAP access form. I will show the SAP access form. Even you can find out here. I have SAP access form okay, in Capgemini, but still I'll show some SAP access form. Not this. Okay, here you can see here. It's a little blur, but you can see. Okay, this is the form. Okay, I'll again one more form is there here. This is the form.
Hmm.
One more form, not this one. Okay, it's taking time till now. Okay, I'll show you what this is all information about the user. Okay, I'll show this later. Now here you can see. Okay, this is what course hero. Okay, this view full document. He will ask some join. Okay, I'll do on that. Sign with Google. I'll try to show you that. Okay. Oh my god. Creating. Okay. Leave it. Now what is about this? Okay, here you can see. See here. Oh my god. Unlock this document after. Okay, skip that. Okay, see here. Full name, personal number, designation, CINC number, access request, new user. See here, new user or existing user. Okay, you are the permanent employee or contractual employee. Okay, see, as I yesterday I show you, Anil we created, right? Anil G we created, right? I'll go to here. So here you can see in logon tab you can see the validity, right? Validity period, right? Anil. Okay, this one you
Yeah,
can see here.
validity.
See, if I am temporary or if I am contractual employee, temporary employee, I need to mention the duration from and to. This and from and to I am going to insert here from and to because he is a contract or temporary employee. So based on this one, see a level. Are you in which level? Role SAP consultant, SAP what technical consultant like that. So name, designation, your signature, date. So function specialist approval. I mean this is your manager. Then DAGGS approval. Then to be filled by the respective basis team lead. See SAP user ID. Okay, when they will tell once he created your ID, SAP user ID, expiration date, name, designation, signature date. Okay, see this is the access request form. Clear, Anil? So this will form
Yeah,
actually
clear.
this is the form filled by the candidate when he is hired. Then it is coming to the manager. Manager will he also insert some details and do the signature, and it is coming to the role owner. Then it is coming to the SAP security team. So on the basis of that form, then see whenever you are getting whenever it's coming, the email is coming to the security people. The form should be attached, and these two people should be approved. Only then the security team can create a user in the system. Clear?
Hmm.
Okay, now
Yeah, clear.
they will ask this question. Remember this: what is the process to create user in SAP? What is process or strategy you follow to create user in SAP? So you need to tell this one. Now what naming convention you follow while creating the user? I told you yesterday. So user ID or user naming convention differ from organization to organization, differ from client to client or project to project, and a combination of first name and last name. So what is we created? For example, there is a name here, Nazneen Fatima. So how I am going to create N Fatima? Okay, this is naming conventions provided by client. Okay, what do you mean by client here? So client is, I told you, this is, I'm talking about client, this client. If I log in here, I'm talking about this client. Okay, this client.
Okay.
I'm talking about this client. What exactly it mean? It mean independent space within SAP system. It's an independent space. Because independent space, why? Because if, for example, see, if it is, see, this is SAP server. Okay, in that, what I done, I have created clients, right? I have this is independent, right? This is for GRC, this is for ECC, this is for Ariba, and one more, this is for success factor, right? This is independent space within SAP system. Okay, this is what I want to, I'm going to it's a independent space within SAP system. Now, who will create client? Basis consultant. This is not your job, this is a job of basis consultant. You need not worry about that. So what is the T code to create client? So whenever they want to create, they will create SC4. I'll just show you here. I think we have access or not, I don't know. SC4. See, this function is not possible. Okay, this because the server who are giving, those people are basis consultant, remember. Okay, so what is the purpose of, see, you need to you need to study like that. What is the purpose of to create multiple client in SAP system? What is the purpose? To organize the data, to speed performance, to retrieve and store data easily. Because I have given you one example. For example, say this is your Almara. Okay, this is your Almara, or you can see this is your the library, the small library you built in your house. So you put, there are different racks are there, and you put the books here. Okay, example, English books are there, some some fictions are there, some novels are here, and some religious book you kept here, novels you kept here, like, okay, whenever you want, you want any book here. So what you will do, you are going to pick any books, you will go here and get it, right? Because it's very easy. You will not search here, not search here, not, the book is here only, right? The same way, when I am creating this, when I am creating the independent space here within the SAP system. Okay, within the SAP system. So whenever I am working, whenever I am logging, or whenever I am accessing any information, if I want to ECC, I can come here, I can take it, right? I will not search, the system will not search here, it will not go like that, right? So that's the reason, is to organize the data. So I can organize the data. So in library also, you are organizing. Just a moment, I'm just taking some tablets. Okay, just a moment. एक मिनट.
सभी कहते हैं ना दोनों बॉक्स वही तो फिर कहाँ तो तुम्हें भूल सोने वाला
ये नहीं
ये जी ये तीन
की देना,
ये एक
ये दो पार के,
ये एक देना क्योंकि
ये वो नहीं, वो दो पार,
एक दो पार दो
तीन वो दो पार का नीचे देना. जल्दी पानी ला.
पीछे रखूँगा.
कहाँ?
पीछे रखूँगी. पानी वाला.
Okay. So what I can do, I can organize the data. I mean, I can systematically I can put, because here you have library, right? Because you have library, you made a different section, because systematically you arrange the books here, so that you can easily get that book. You should not get confused. Where is my book? That's the reason here organizing the data. So speed performance, I can speedily take the book, right? So like that, I can the speed is because the system is not searching other client. So speed performance is good here. So retrieving and storing the data easily. So I can retrieve the data from the database. Even I can store the database easily. Okay. So this is the reason. That's the reason we are creating the client within the system. Now this is the structure. Structure is, I want to tell you this one. I'll just take this image and go paint. Okay, here. See here. This is your environment. Okay. See, whenever they are talking about environment, you should not see, these are the standard one. See, these are the standard. Whenever we install SAP, by default I can see 000 client, 001 client, 061 client. Okay, by default I can see. This is inbuilt. Whenever I install, I can see. So what the basis people do, they will copy this one and they will create one more 111 as a ECC. again they will copy. They can copy anyone, this one or this one. These are all same thing. But whenever basis people are creating any client, they are copying anyone among these three, among these three, among these three. They are creating, they are copy and they will create new one. Why they will do like that, Anil? Do you have any? Do you know any reason? Whenever they are creating the client, they will not create a new one. They are copying either this, either this, or either this. They are copying and they are creating this one. Or they are copy create development server also, quality, production, CRM, GRC, like that they will create. Why they are not creating directly? They are copying and they are creating. Do you know any reason, Anil? मुजफ्फर भाई?
जी मुस्तफा भाई, हेलो।
मुझे कुछ आइडिया है क्या? अभी मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ ना कि
जी
अभी मैं समझो बेसिस वाले ये क्लाइंट को है ना डायरेक्टली क्रिएट नहीं करते, वो लोग क्या करते हैं, इसको कॉपी करते। क्या रीजन मालूम है क्या, क्यों बोल के? ओके, म्यूट करो, मैं बताता हूँ, म्यूट करो।
जी जी बोलिए।
ओके ओके, मेरे ख्याल से अनिल, अनिल आर यू देयर? अनिल, आई थिंक यू गॉट ए कॉल, आई थिंक। Okay, anyhow, why they are why they are creating? Okay, why they are not creating directly? Because see, when they are copying, it copy all the standard data of SAP, standard data of SAP. Like it could be like the tables, fields, field values, okay, field values, and programs. जो बैकग्राउंड जो प्रोग्राम्स रहते हैं ना, वो प्रोग्राम्स, those are copied because standard data should be there in the system. Standard data should be there. So whenever they are copying this any client, whenever they are copying any client, so all the like the standard data of SAP, like tables, fields values are copied. They are copying to this one. Then I can change, I can use this data and I can change as per my requirement. That's the reason they are not creating directly. They are copying the client and they are creating one more client. Okay, now some more facts to create user in SAP systems are example. Some facts are like user ID. So whenever I am creating the user ID, so maximum length is 12 character. Example like here you can see that this I'm talking about N Fatima, M Muzaffar, yes Iftikhar, like that. See, this one I need to, it should be not more than 12 character. So maximum number of profile assigned to one user is.
Yeah, sorry, Muhammad. I got disconnected. Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking to you, but I thought you got a call and that's the reason.
No. So
Okay.
maybe it could be connection issue.
Okay, problem. Okay, fine. See, what I was asking you, do you have any idea? Like, see, I told you, just remove that. See, I told you, whenever the basis consultant creating, whenever we install SAP, by default we can see these are client are already available in SAP. Okay, these are all client. These three client, 000, 000, and 066. Okay, this is standard client. Okay, whenever we are creating the new client like 111 ECC, GRC, BRW, what they will do? They will copy. They will not create directly. They will copy and they will create. Do you know what is the reason? For example, if I want to development, they will copy anyone among this anyone. They will copy and they will create development. They'll copy this one. They will create a quality. They will copy this one. They will create production. They will copy this one. They will create GRC. But they will not directly create directly a client. Do you know the reason?
No, Mohammed.
Okay, see, whenever they are copying, SAP standard data is copying. Remember, SAP standard data, whatever the standard data there in SAP, that is copying. What is the standard data? It could be like your programs, okay, tables, fields, field values, right? Field values. Those things are copying. So that's the reason they have to copy from this existing client, and they need to create a one more client. Okay, they never ever go for to create new client because they need some sample data. The sample data is already provided in 000, 001 and 066. See, this one actually the work of basis, but you should know how the things are work. Okay, now some more facts to create user in SAP systems are like whenever you are creating any user ID, like here you can see N Fatima is there, M Muzaffar is there. These are the username that should not exceed 12 character. Okay, you need to remember. See, if they ask question, okay, what is the maximum character when you are creating the username? You see, if you not remember this point, they will catch you. You are not real time guy. So don't ignore the basic. Don't ignore the basics. Okay, yesterday I told you whenever see in uh, if I go to roles here, okay, if you see I have there is a role here, I have assigned the role. So whenever I assign the role, the corresponding profile should be copied here. If the roles are there, I can if the roles are there but profiles are not generated, I cannot use, I mean he cannot have access, he cannot access this role, right? I told you, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm talking about this profile. So I can I'm talking about this profile. I can use maximum 312 profile here, not more than that. I can assign 312 profiles. That's it. I cannot assign more than that. Okay, they will ask these questions. How many maximum number of profiles are assigned to one user? You can say 312. Okay. Now mandatory field while creating user. See, last name and password is the two fields are mandatory. I will show you here. See, in logon data, if you go here logon data, you can see one is the password. In address data, the last name. If I see, I'll just remove this one. You can see here, you can see this is the mandatory. Okay, so now what happened? Okay, now you can see here it's a mandatory field. So if they ask what are the mandatory field when you are using, you can say one is the last name, that is in address tab, and password in logon tab. Okay, so user related tables, okay, we'll discuss this table later. No, not necessary. Okay, not necessary this one. Okay, in address data the last name is a mandatory, and in logon data the password is a mandatory. Okay, so in logon data what are the data we need to maintain? One is user type. So today I'm going to explain this one, the initial password and user group and validity period. Okay, user group, I told you, do you know about user group?
User group.
Muzaffar, do you know this user group? For example, see, I'll tell you a user. For example, say I'm creating for SAP SD. Okay, for SAP SD I'm creating the user. One candidate is selected. Now he become the employee for our company. So what I will do in SD, there are 5 people are there. In SD there are 5 employees are there. Just assume that 5 employees are there. So what I will do, I'll create a group called SAP SD employee. Like that I'll create a group. Then assign this 5 employee to them, so that these 5 employees are belong to SAP SD group. Got my point? So one more, I'll tell, okay, for example, one more, I'll create as a contract employee. Contract employee, or you can, okay, contract employee, I'll create one more group. So whoever working in our company as a contract employee, so what I will do, I will assign this group to them. So that I can consider. So why we are doing like this? Because if my manager want to know how many contract employees are working, for example, how many contract employees are working in my company, Can he get any report? So based on the user group, okay, he can see how many. Suppose if my user group is contract employee, I created one group and assigned to the contract employees. So if I pull a report by using the field contract employee, I can see how many contract employee working in my company. Got my point?
Yeah.
Okay, for example, like you can say, like in bank, like there is a loan department, like how many people are working in the loan department. So you are going to assign this group to the who are working in the loan department. For example, there are some 3 to 4 people are working as a cashier. Now you created a group like cashier. Okay, you are going to assign this cashier to this group so that you can come to know how many cashiers are working. I mean, you are going to assign. You are going to know what kind of user he is. Okay, for example, here I'll show you. See here, if you go to logon tab, so you can find it user group here. If I open this one, so see here, you can see AM and G group in the sense security admin group. See, whoever are security admin, I'm going to assign to this group so that I can easily know that these groups are belong to a security admin group. Okay, see here, basis admin group, Cisco Sales India, we created Cisco IT sales team, contract employee group. See here, okay, like that. I can finance group. Whoever working in the finance, I can assign to this group. I can recognize, like easily I can recognize admin group. See, HR admin group. Clear? So one
Yeah.
more question. One more question. Yesterday I told you this answer, but I want to know how much you remember. See, like okay, I'll just remove this one. Okay, Anil, question for you. Okay, suppose you have manager. Your manager also employee, right? Okay. Now your manager is belong to SD and finance. One manager, and your one more manager is there. Not manager, I can say some like director. Just I'll take an example. Just senior manager, or you can say a role manager, role owner, role owner. He is belong to only SD. Okay. Then tell me, if any user is belong to one user, where you will assign. Just assume that where you will assign him, and if manager is belong to two group, how will assign? See, this kind of question they will ask in interview.
Yeah. Maybe profiles, Mohammed, under profile.
Profiles where? Muzaffar bhai,
Maybe.
Muzaffar bhai, do you know where did you understand my question? And
Once again, can you repeat the question? Yeah, please.
please mute Muzaffar bhai, no problem, please mute. Okay, thank you. See, my question is, there is one person who is belong to only one group. Just remember this. This is the group, says user group. These are also two groups. Okay, this is one group. This is two group. Now, if I want to assign one group, okay, so where I can assign? If I want to, if this manager is belong to two group, where I can assign? Yesterday I told you. Remember this point. See, this is the interview prospective I'm telling you. See, if your manager, if anyone is this example, see, remember this Anil G, okay, this Anil G is a director and he belong to only SD project. So what you can say, go to user and assign. If any user is belong to only one group, you go and assign here. Okay. Okay, for example, I'll just take, okay, this Anil G is belong to only finance group. Okay, now I can assign from here only. Suppose if this guy, this Anil G is belong not only to finance group, he is also belong to another group like sales or something like. So where I can do? I have to go to groups here. Okay, yesterday I show you, right? I'll just remove this one. I'll show you again. See, what I will do, if this person is belong to multiple user group, okay, then I will select here. For example, where is finance? See here, finance. See, he belong to finance. Then see, I want to see again sales are there, sales. Okay, SD admin. anything like, okay, he is also belong to HR admin, for example. He is also belong to a HR admin, and is also belong to, in this case I am going to assign these two user here. So if I assign two user, what system understand, this Anil ji, this person is, the user is belong to these two groups. Got my point? If if this person is belong to only one group, then I need to just assign here only. If I am assigning here into multiple group, I should not assign here. Got my point?
Yeah.
This is interview prospective question. Okay, now valid period and valid from date I told you yesterday. Now what happened when we not fill or maintain mandatory fields? System cannot allow to save user. If I leave the last name of the user and password, if I not maintain, the system not allow me to save the user, and system not allow me to go further tabs, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Now, okay, yesterday I told you about SNC. Did you remember SNC, Anil? SNC part. Did you remember?
Yeah, he told me. Yeah.
Not remember? Okay, I
He
tell
told
you.
me that he cannot help me later.
Okay, see, SNC is what? SNC is secure network communication. Connection or communication? Just a moment. Communication. Okay, SNC is what? Secure network communication. What it means? Single sign-on. Remember, single sign-on. Remember this one. Single sign in the sense, whenever he is using username, he will use. That's it. He will never use password. No, he will not use. He will not use this password. Because why? Because see, for example, the basis. I am telling you the basis. In basis, suppose see, there are some some around some 20 to 30 clients are there. Just assume some 20 to 30 clients like GRC, SAP, ECC, GRC, Ariba, successful, like that. There are many 20 to 30 servers are there. Servers you can say, or you can say client. See, and you want to remember 20 to 30 password, right? So for difficult one, every time, every day, he is logging to 20 to 30 servers. So that's the reason what happened especially for basis people or for technical people, like it could be ABAP, it could be security, it could be GRC. We are providing SNC, in the sense single sign-on. By just putting the username, I can log in. For example, see, if your username is just Anil G, right? You just put Anil G here. Where? I'll show you here. Here, whenever you are logging, just go here. You just put here Anil G. That's it. Just enter. You will get a single sign. I mean, you need not to put a password. Okay. See, this password, the password option will not come. Remember, you cannot see the password also. And even if you are not going to put again, it is allowing you to log in the system. So this is single sign-on, very important aspect. Okay, remember this one. So secure network communication. So without password you can log in, without password, but username you have to put. Okay, for example, say in my company, my user ID name is this one, MD Mustafa. I know this is my user ID, right? Every time I'm using. Okay, for example, this is my this thing, my email ID. Okay. I remember, right? This one I remember. Suppose if you are getting the job, this is your email username. But I cannot remember some 20-30 password, right? So that's the reason we are providing those persons, especially for basis people who are like minimum 20 to 30 client, they are logging every day. For them we are providing this one. Without password you can log in. This is called SNC feature provided by SAP. Now what is that? What is the purpose of that? For example, daily one person logging in 100 system and he do not want to log in with password. This feature help him or her to log in directly without password. Okay, this SNC is activated by who? Again, basis consultant, not our job. Not our job. They will give one, I told you, they are giving this thing. We provide one string name here. We provide what? we are going to provide one string name, but they will activate. We are not going to activate. Here see, the SNC is activated by basis consultant, but string name who are giving? We are giving the string name. This is the first 5 letter are common for every product. For example, P colon CN equal to, and this is my email, company email ID. If I give this one, then basis people what they will do, they will activate my SNC single sign on. So by using only this username, I can log into any client to which client they given the access. Got my point? So remember,
Yeah.
this is also one more important interview questions. Tell me what is the string name you maintain for SNC. They'll ask you what is the string name. You remember this terminology, string name. So string is P colon CNG equal to your email ID. That's it. So username, you can say P colon CN equal to username and host name. Okay. So once we enter username and email ID with string, now this user can log in SAP GUI without password. Where we are entering this? Here. Here. If I am going to here, for example, I am just showing here because essence is correct. For example, P colon CN, okay, equal to what is that? MD MU sorry TAFHA at ey.com. Got my point? If I give this one, you see this is not activated. SNC is not active on the application server. You know this? SNC is not active on the application. This one I can provide the string name, but this is the job of what? This job of basis consultant. They will activate. Once they activate, it will show green. Here you can see red, right? You can see green. Once it is showing the green, now this person you can just log in by using this user ID. Okay, essence is very important because most of the times we are configuring, we are giving the string name to the basis people. So for example, here you can see here some P colon CN Fatima Accenture.com, P colon CN equal to Muzaffar M Accenture.com, then P colon CN Iftikhar Accenture.com. These are the example of SNC string name. Okay, how we get this kind of SNC ticket? How we can get this kind of ticket? Okay, I'll show you this one. I'll show where I'm having document, I guess. Just a moment. Not this. Okay, we are getting. Okay, just a moment. Just one. I'll open one document. I'll show you. Okay. Okay, here. See here. I'll just zoom this one. See here. Just here. This is kind of ticket, Anil. See, hi Venu. Hope all is well. Please may single sign-on be activated for below user. This is a username. THND. What is, I don't know. Thandeka I don't know how to pronounce this. This is the username. So what you are getting the request of please may single sign-on activated. So what happens? See, these tickets are coming to us. Okay, but we need to set out what string name. We need to give the string name. We know we need to give SNC for this person, but we have to give string name to the basis people. Then basis people do activate it. Our activation is not our work. Okay. Okay, this is like what? This is a kind of ticket. Now, okay, default. See here. Default one. Default tab. What do you mean by default tab? See, default tab, what are the information we are going to put? This is common for every user. Remember this point.
As is.
This is common for every user. See, language, logon language, decimal notes, date format, time format, output. See, important is output. Which device you want to printer you want, right? You want print, like you want to, sometime you want to get some printout. Print for like for meeting purpose, for agenda and all. So what printer I need to assign? So this is output device. Then time zone, which time zone you are using, which system zone. Okay, see, this is all common for all the users. Common for all the users. So I'm talking about this one now. Default, common to every user. What is that? You can see the date format, decimal notation, time format, printed details, time zones. These are the default data we need to maintain for the users. Okay, if user not provided default data, then what happen? Because here in default data we cannot find any mandatory field, right? We cannot fill any mandatory field here. So still you can save the document and you can move ahead. If you see, if you are not printing any data here, still you can save the document, right? Because there is no mandatory field here. So this is what I mean to say here. See, if user not provided default data, suppose in the the user a request form, if you not provide any information related to printer, related to your time zone and all, what happened? If you not provide, you will not fill, right? You will not fill, but system allow you to go further because there is no mandatory field in default tab. Okay, example is no field are mandatory in this screen, but we can add any info provided by user and request by user. I can provide any user, any information I can insert in the provided by the user in the system. Okay, now parameters. Okay, yesterday I told you, like I was going to tell about parameters. Okay, what is that? So parameters say we will not maintain the parameter, but this parameter ID is given by user. I mean, see, for example, what exactly the parameter? Okay, I'll just open this. I'll show you. You will not understand this. If I show this one, see return parameter settlement, you will not understand. I'll give an example for it. Example is, for example, here it's already given here. User provide parameter. It control the user behavior. What is that? For example, if he or she want to change the color of the screen, he has to give some parameter. I see here you can see SAP. This is which color? It's light gray color. You can say light blue color. You can say something light color, right? One user do not want this color. She want different color. So she wants some parameters. She is giving some parameter. So that parameter ID, she is getting approval from the manager, and we are going to insert for her here. If I insert here, automatically whenever she log in, I can change the themes. Okay, you can see in Gmail themes. You can see, right? Themes. I can change the color themes. Okay, like that. Okay, so if he or she want to change the color of the screen, he has to give parameter, and based on the parameter we can change the color of the screen. Okay, did you know the themes we maintain in a Gmail?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, same thing. So they will give
The background color.
yeah, background color thing. I'm
How
just giving one example, but there are many parameters. Okay, it could be any parameter. Any parameter they want, any requirement they want, they will get a approval and they will send to us, and we are going to add that parameter to her. That's it. Okay, now how to find parameter ID? Based on the user request, we maintain parameter ID. That's it. Now roles and profiles. Now this is the tab I'm talking about. Roles and profiles. This is a very important tab. Remember, this is a very important tab. If you not assign any role, he cannot access any role. If you assign role, if you're not, the profiles are not generated, he cannot access the role. Okay. So what is the roles? Roles and profiles. Authorization providing to user. You are providing the authorization. Okay. So what is the difference between authentication and authorization? Anil?
Authorization means giving the access for the one person. Authentication means if you want to do like any work on particular things, someone has to give that access.
No. But you tried good. See, you remember every time. This is a very important word. Every day you are hearing this word, authorization, not authentication but authorization. See, I told you authentication in the sense you are going to put username and password. Now system authenticate you whether you are the right person or not. For example, see, I know your username of your Facebook, but I don't know the username of your, I don't know the password of your Facebook. Can I log in your Facebook? No?
Yeah, it will check that's whether the right person or not.
Yeah, that is called, it authenticate. It authenticate whether you are the right person or not. Right? That is called authentication. Okay, authorization, remember these two words. One is permission, another is privileges. Okay, privileges. what privileges or authentication you are getting. For example, see, there are two employees are there. One is Anil G. Okay, another guy is there, that is called Sunil G. Okay, Anil G is having access of SU01, and Sunil Ji also having access of SU01. Okay, but Anil, he can create and modify user. Okay, but Sunil, what he can do lock or unlock, and password change he can. That's it. Password change he can do. Okay, even he is having display also. So what happened? You are giving what? You are giving what? You are assigning SU01 T equal to both, but you are giving different privileges. Here for Anil, you are providing create and modify the user, but for Sunil, you are providing lock and unlock. You are giving different privileges or different permission. This is called authorization. Remember this word. This is called authorization. Got to clear Anil?
Yeah.
Clear? Okay. Now,
Yeah.
if you
Authenticate and authorization. Yeah.
this is what. Remember this example. See, I'm giving same access SU01 SU01, but he's having permission for what? To create and modify. He cannot lock or unlock. He cannot do unlock and password. He cannot do. Only Sunil Ji can do this, and Sunil cannot create and modify because I'm giving permissions or privileges to him. That is called authorization. I'm giving authorization. Okay. Now, see, whenever you are learning anything, Anil, whenever you are learning anything, use this keyword. For example, if you want to know what you mean by user group, you want to know what you more about user group, just click here and press F1 key. It will provide you the details about that particular field. User group in user master maintenance, what happened, general user group, maintain user group. You will get some information. Okay, it's a kind of a
Okay.
library. It's a kind of library. Suppose if you want to know, okay, I want to know what do you mean by account number, then just press F1. It will show what do you mean by account ID. Okay. If you want to know what do you mean by cost center here, so you just press F1. It will show the here. If you go to here library, it will show the details. Okay, but here that they are not maintained any document. Or like that, if you want any kind of thing, any fields, you just go to any fields, and you put here cursor and put F1. It will show that. Okay. This is I was talking about this one. This F1 key. F1 key.
Yeah.
Okay, user group, I told you, user group is clear. Okay, I think it's 11:19 here. Okay. Okay, I will cover this topic tomorrow, Anil. Okay,
Okay.
user type, because almost I covered here. I covered SNC, log and everything. Only see. And one more, this one, user type, they will ask interview. Definitely they will ask question on this one. Remember this. They will ask question about this user type, user group. They will definitely ask question. Okay.
User groups and profiles.
Yes. And they are also asking about roles and profiles. And what they will ask you, like if I assign role but professor not assigned, what happened? Okay, if I assign roles and if the professor not generated, what happens? Okay, like that they will ask you. And what is the there are two fields are there. One is group tabs are there. Here also I can maintain. What is the difference between those two? Examples in login data, user group is also there. Here also I am maintaining the user group. So what is the difference? Okay, one more I'll tell you. Personalization. See, these are the default data. These are the default data. You should not do anything here. These are the default data coming from SAP standard. Okay, we are not doing anything here. And about license data, so whatever we got the license of from the SAP, we are going to insert that license number here. So here we are using the IDS, International Demonstration Education System. So that's why there is a no ID or no license ID here. So tomorrow one more concept I'm going to explain, as most of the interview questions coming in this one. They will ask what do you mean by dialogue. They will ask what are the properties. What do you mean by system? What do you mean by communication? What do you mean by service? When you are using the reference, they will ask some 2 to 3 questions. They will ask from only in user type. So in detail, I'll explain you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Please, Anil, what I mean to say, please go through the videos. Yesterday I didn't send that video. Go through the videos and and even go through this system. Okay, if you have time, what you have to do, just log in and go to here address. If you don't know anything, just put here, just put function whatever. If you don't know anything here, okay, just here user type or security policy. If you don't know, if you want to know more about security policy, just press F1. It will provide some information. Just read this information. At least come to know what is exactly it is, because this screen you are seeing every day and every time some 30 to 40 times per day. So you should remember everything. Okay, and your user
Okay.
administration is depend upon this screen. If you know this user administration, you can easily learn role administration. If you know user administration, role administration, in the sense security part, then you can learn GRC. Otherwise, no, you cannot. So these all are linked from one to one. Okay, it's linked to one to one. So that's the reason. Spend some time on this SU01 and go through all the tabs. If you possible, go to use F1 key. So only the tomorrow is left is only one thing here. One is the user type. Then tomorrow I'll explain that one, and then I'll move ahead. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then. So whenever you are closing this one, always log off from all the system.
Log off.
Yeah. From all the system, you just log off. Okay. Do you want to log off? Yes. Then okay, just log off this one again. Again, one more screen there background. Log off. Then close this one. Tab. Then close this one. Okay, don't check this one. That's it. This is the way you need to log off. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss this user type, Anil. So tomorrow
Okay, bye.
I will take session at 11 or 11:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow onwards, not tomorrow. Tomorrow onwards. So 11:30 I will take session, and I'll share the joining links, team meeting. Okay. So 11 or 11:30
Okay.
maximum. Okay. I will not postpone to this timing. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay then.
Okay. Okay, Mohammed.
Yeah. Okay then. See you tomorrow then.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah.